What's going on YouTube? It is your boy KemKem17 bringing you a class loadout video today. I had a few people on Twitter yesterday ask me what class I was using to get nuclears or high scoring gameplays in Call of Duty World War II. So I was like, you know what? I might as well make a whole video on it and show you guys what I'm currently running with in this game. So as you can see on the screen, at my number one class slot is obviously the BAR. This gun is so overpowered, and they even tried to nerf it, and I've used it since they've nerfed it, and I really don't see too much of a difference with it. It's still probably going to be the most used AR in the game, and to be honest, I mean, I like it. I mean, they do need to buff the submachine gun so that it's not just 4 submachine guns when it comes to the competitive, 4 bars when it comes to the competitive side of things, but as an AR I think it's pretty good, and there are other ARs that you could use that can match it as well. But let's go into this class a little bit for you. So as my division, I'm also obviously using infantry because it is the one that's tailored to the ARs. You can see the stuff that it does for you on screen. You guys probably know this as well. The one I'm using it, the reason I'm using it is because you move slightly fast when you aim down sight, which is basically stock from other Call of Duties, and when I'm using an AR, I literally can't use an AR without stock, so I have to run inventory for the division. All the attachments, I've got quick draw, grip, and extended mags because this gun only comes with 20 bullets, and I need those extra few bullets just to pick off. Maybe there's 2 people, even 3. You can instead of reloading, you can just keep on shooting because it gives you 10 extra bullets. So I definitely recommend the extended mags. I was using reflex sight not too long ago, but decided to take it off. The iron sights are quite nice, so you could do either or. You could either take off the quick draw and use an iron sight, or not an iron sight, reflex sight, or put a quick draw on. And I say take off the quick draw because it doesn't take that long to aim down sight, and even if they're close, you can hip fire them, even though the hip fire got nerfed as well, so it's not as tight as it once was. But when you're using an AR, you're always aim down sights regardless, going around corners with the stock. So I don't really see quick draw too useful, especially in pubs. Maybe in competitive, I might put it on, but in pubs, I really don't see it that useful. For my basic training, now this is probably the key thing. You will see this basic training on all of my classes, so I'm going to explain why I use it now, and I probably won't explain it again because it, like I said, is on all of my classes. I use primed, which is annoying, and I'll explain why it's annoying in a second, but I use it because, as you can see, it gives me an additional attachment. Cool, I could put like a reflex sight and stuff on, like put whatever you guys want on if you want to use something else on the attachments. But the reason I personally use this basic training, not basic training, yeah, it's a basic training, is because it reduces flinching like when you're getting shot at. So when you're aimed down sight and someone else is shooting towards you, your gun won't flinch up and down, or I think it's random in Call of Duty. It's not just necessarily up and down, it can be left or right as much. And that is super important when you're trying to win gunfights, because you want to hit all the bullets onto the target you're hitting, obviously, and you can't really do that if your gun is flinching all over the place. So that's why I use this basic training over all the other ones. There's so many good ones in here that I would much prefer to use, but I just can't win gunfights consistently anyways without this right here, which I think is wrong. I don't think we should have flinch in Call of Duty. I think it should be built in, especially when it's something as important as this, where the game is winning gunfights. That's the whole point of the game. So how are you going to put one basic training where you're technically forced to use it, because otherwise you're not going to be winning gunfights consistently? So that's why I use that one. But there's, like I said, there's so many others that you could use in here, but that's just for me. That's the one I use. That's the one I see most like success with. But yeah, that's for this class right here. Also, I got this pistol one. I mean, I want to change this pistol to the machine one, but you get it so late that I keep forgetting to even put it on. So late in the procedure I forget. So you can probably, I'll recommend this machine pistol here instead of this one. And I use a frag grenade, but I don't change that at all. But anyways, going to the second class, which is my PPSH class. See, I've got the 2 best guns I feel in the top 2 slots, so I don't have to like scroll through them when I want to change class. I got the PPSH here with quick draw, grip, and extended mags again, using the airborne division because that's the one tailored to the submachine guns. I was using mountain, but I changed it back to airborne because I want to put the suppressor on the gun, which I think the subs are a little bit better with the suppressor. I'm not sure if that's just me or if anyone else feels like that, but I love having the suppressor on. You can run faster, you can be sneaky. So this is basically my sneak class when I'm in their spawn trying to get a nuclear and just trying to stay off the radar. Yes, again, you can see primed is on this class as well with the same pistol, and I think that's a stun grenade. I normally switch that out, but I can't be bothered. I never really use the tacticals or lethals in Call of Duty anyway. But let's go into class number 3, which is another sub. I'm using the MP40. I have quite a nice variant for this one. With rapid fire, because I think the fire rate is just a little bit too slow, and with rapid fire you melt kids close range. Quick draw and grip with pretty much the same reason as the last submachine gun, so that's for that class. Then we have the STG. Now this gun is probably the second best AR, or maybe the third best AR in the game, because there's another one that's pretty good that I haven't really used too much, this one right here, but we'll get onto that class in a second. This one I've got 4 attachments. Just again, infantry with prime, you can have 4 attachments. I have got quick draw, well that's quick draw, grip, rapid fire, and extended mags yet again. Rapid fire in this gun is stupid, like it's so good, especially when people don't like Higlitz, you just want to peel them off, because the iron sights are really nice on this STG. I love the iron sights, so I never use a reflex sight on it at all. Same pistol, same basic training, and then a stun tactical yet again, with infantry obviously because it's an AR, so you want to be straight from left and right. This one is the Type 100. Now I was testing this gun out, and I don't know, sometimes it's a love-hate relationship with this gun. I don't really like it too well, so I don't have many attachments for it. But if I was to run it, I would use quick draw, grip, and probably extended mag just again, because it does run out of bullets quite quickly because the fire rate's quite high. So definitely another good gun with airborne and primed again. What gun even is this? I don't even know what this is. This is the FG42. Now this has a super slow fire rate, but it's quite accurate. I see a lot of the pros using this gun as well as like a counterpart to the bar. Definitely a solid AR. I've been trying it out a little bit more. I'm definitely trying to get a gameplay with it. So I've got reflex sight, quick draw grip, and I'm probably going to change this out. I don't know. I'll probably use like rapid fire, because like I said, the fire rate's pretty slow. Rapid fire or extended mags for this gun right here. This is just because I don't have them unlocked, so that's why I have it on there. Same basic training, AR again, infantry. It's just a continuous trend. And then I think this gun's pretty good, but yet again I don't have it leveled up all the way, so that's the class for this one. I'm not going to run through it because you can see it on the screen here. So yeah guys, but my main 3 classes are the STG, the PPSH, and the bar. They're my go-to guns in this game. Let me know if you guys feel the same down in the description. What attachments are you running on it? Are you sticking with infantry, or are you using a different division? Sometimes at the beginning of the game I was using mounted on my subs to stay off the radar from UAVs, but that doesn't really make much sense when you can't have the suppressor one. So as soon as you shoot, you light up on the UAV. So I mean, the perk system in this game is really weird, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. If they ever do it again in another Call of Duty, I'm not sure if I would like to see this kind of layout again in another Call of Duty, but you gotta make do with what you've got, and this is what I'm using. So if this guide helped you out in any way, shape, or form, be sure to let me know down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. It's been your boy KemKem17. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, and peace.